The college football transfer portal is less than a month away from officially opening up. Now, it is still very, very early. Keep that in mind. But there are already some really good names that are trying to switch schools in January. And what I wanted to do in this video is break down a top 10. I'm not going to put them in order. I'm going to give you 10 guys that I think are going to make one hell of a difference next year, potentially on a different team. Now, before we dive into the 10 players, and I'm going to start off hot here, I bet you guys can already kind of guess who I'm going to do. But I want you to comment down below right now, maybe a player or two, before the video even starts. Who do you think will be a really big time player in this year's transfer portal? And what team do you think is going to really go after a bunch of players? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, we're going to start off hot. Sam Levit, Arizona State quarterback. This is a guy that is not only highly touted around the league, but also maybe even the NFL one day. People love this dude's ability. First thing you notice about this play, and again, we're going to be breaking down some plays. It's not going to be a film breakdown specifically, but we're going to look at some plays. And this is one I really like. So we come out in 11 personnel, one running back, one tight end here, but we have our guy Jordan Tyson to the bottom side, right? This is what we call a yes-no read. Essentially, we are going to read these safeties. If this guy drops back to the left side or maybe to the straight middle, we are throwing this football no matter what, because we can already kind of guess and assume that you got man-to-man here, right? So as he drops back in the pocket, the first look is going to be to this guy. One turns his head, he sprints to the deep middle part of the field. Once he sees that, you're going to see some click, like, okay, yeah, my yes-no reader's right, I'm throwing the ball. Turns, fires, launches this thing. First of all, it is a beautiful spiral. I don't know if you guys were watching the ball come out of his hands, but this thing is a beautiful spiral. Also, dropped in a bucket. Dropped in a bucket. This guy is not only accurate, but he reads defenses. You don't see that too often at the college football level. You don't see guys who've got the combination of football skills, high IQ, but also the placement ability. He's different, okay? He is one of the best players in this portal, and it's not even close. Where do you think he ends up? Let me know. Next up, one of my favorite players in the portal, Nick Marsh, wide receiver from Michigan State. He could end up in a lot of different spots. This is a big body wide receiver that has been elite in Michigan State, who has not been great as of late, right? But had 59 catches for over 660 yards and also had 6 touchdowns, averaging about 11 yards per catch across this 11-game season. Now, he is lined up to the bottom side of your screen. He also has some good route running tendencies at times, but you're going to see him get outside leverage initially. Now, before we talk about this next guy, I do ask a little bit of a favor from you guys. This is my first time doing this style of video. If you want more, let me know in the comments, but hit the like button. Helps out so much. If you guys want more of these videos, hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. It is completely free. It doesn't cost anything. We got you guys covered with a bunch of film analysis videos. Literally, we got you covered. I'm so excited. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow this community as big as we can. So join the family. What else can you guys do? Hype the video. That helps a ton, actually. So if you guys can do that, that would be amazing. With that being said, let's jump back in. Now, remember, I'm not doing this in order. I'm just doing it in terms of guys I think are good. Okay, so it's not 1 through 10. These are the top 10 guys. These are just guys that I really like, at least in my opinion. Another one is Cam Edwards from UConn. Now, what's interesting about him is obviously he didn't play at a big time school, but I think has the potential to really take a massive step up after what he showcased at UConn this season. I mean, here's a little outside zone carry to the left side of the field. I want to show you his burst. He's got this one-cut ability, and then the acceleration is next level. Now, keep in mind, this is 3rd and 9. So, big-time play here. First down literally puts the game in the basket for you. Gets the ball, right? Does a really good job using his body to get around this first defender, and then once he hits this gap, it's amazing. He sells to the defense that he's taking this to the outside, gets 2 guys to overcommit outwards, and then again, what do we talk about? The one-cut ability to cut up the field, and then the acceleration is OD. Like, it doesn't even make sense how fast this guy is in actuality, I think he's going to be a big-time player. Now, this season for UConn, again, keep in mind, he's not playing in the SEC, but he rushed for 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, ranked 17th nationally in rushing yards and 13th in rushing touchdowns. He averaged about 5.7 yards per carry, and over his career, 2,500 yards and 26 touchdowns. This is a guy who could be utilized heavy on a team that needs a running back, right? CJ Baxter is another guy we'll talk about here in a second, but he's up there. He's up there, at least in my eyes. Underdog just dropped prediction markets, spreads, totals, team outcomes, and the best part, you can actually combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today using promo code COLLEGEDUBS and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, Florida, and Underdog is available in 40 states with player picks and draft games, prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. Here's CJ Baxter. I mean, this dude is different. He is leaving Texas, a great football team, and literally any team, any football team, if you ask, do you want CJ Baxter? I guarantee you they'd be like, yeah, we'll take CJ Baxter. Now, you can tell in this play, and this is actually from a while ago, but it just really goes to show how good he is as a player. Gets the ball right. He's got great field vision, great ball carrier vision, where he's able to hit this gap very quickly, right? He kind of staggers right here, acts like he's going to hit the outside, and then booms this up the middle. Right? Boom, one cut. Boom, plants that left foot into the ground, utilizes his blockers, gone. Very quick, very elusive, very good at manipulating defenses, right? Once he gets the ball, he manipulates these defenders as if he's going to go to the outside shoulder of the tackle, gets point A to overcommit to the wrong side, allows our blocks to set up, and then boom, plants the foot in, go. Dude is deadly. One cut running back that can absolutely demoralize anybody. He's a big-time player in the portal. Now, this is an intriguing one to me. Tennessee cornerback Boo Carter. Now, he has a little bit of a character problem, I've heard. I don't know how true that is. But in terms of talent, it's there. This guy is a baller. He is a gamer. He can play the nickel. He can play as a safety. He can play DB. I mean, he can do a lot of different things for you. 5'11". I think he's like 200 pounds, but an absolute gamer. Look at this play here as they're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion into a swing screen. Essentially, they're going to try to get this guy here to block, and they're going to try to loop him onto Boo Carter. Boo Carter's right here. Okay, and this is what I mean by absolute gamer. This dude makes the blocker miss and then lights up the running back or the wide receiver in the backfield. The guy's really good at football. Can he keep football the main thing is the concern. If so, someone is going to get an absolute steal in Boo Carter out of Tennessee. Where do you think he ends up? We actually have another small school guy, this time in Adam Trick. Now, this is an edge rusher. The reason I like him is because edge rusher is the most important position in football outside of a quarterback, right? Maybe a left tackle as well, but this dude is different coming off the edge. You need to generate pressure if you want to win football games here in the college football, and this is a guy that can do that for you. You're going to see him get a one-on-one opportunity here with the left tackle. He utilizes his speed and his ability to bend off the edge. Not only does he fight through, he also reaches around, forces the loose ball, and creates a turnover opportunity. This dude, Adam Trick, is different. He is right now 6'4", around 250 pounds, out of Miami of Ohio. We'll see where he ends up, but this is a guy that I will assume will be on the radar of multiple SEC teams that are trying to generate more pressure on the quarterback in this coming season. The dude is a beast. There's also another wide receiver coming out of Auburn. They are expected to lose a decent amount of players this year because of the firing of Hugh Freeze. They're moving on from a lot of coaches, and they brought in Alex Golish. Perry Thompson is another guy I would like to talk about. Coming out of high school, was close to a 5-star, was committed to Alabama, flipped his commitment to Auburn. I believe he was a 4-star when it all was said and done, but this is a guy that has potential, and the reason he's on this list is because of that word potential. I think he could be a really good player in this league. I believe he's about to be a junior going into next season, and he's got some time to, not time, but he's got an opportunity to land at a spot like maybe an LSU or some place really big that will want to utilize him right away for his strengths. And I think get this man the football, and I think he could be a really good player for you. We'll see what ends up happening. This is off potential. Let me know how you guys feel about Perry Thompson, but I think he deserved more touches at Auburn. You also have a quarterback that played for Notre Dame, was not the starter this season, but someone that has a lot of talent as a dual threat. Kenny Minchey or Minchey. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. But this is a guy that's interesting. Now, obviously, they're up 63-0 late in the game here. They're just going to run this like QB power where they're going to act like they're going to throw it. We're going to try to get a couple of guys to overcommit to the pass coverage as we just take this, allow our blocker to set up and just get up the field, right? Kenny is very versatile. He's dynamic. He kind of plays like a running back at times, but he's also got a lot of ability as a passer as well. So the dual threat ability in college football is extremely vital, is extremely crucial. I do think you'll get a lot of interest in this portal cycle. Don't know who's going to want to take him, but I think there's going to be a lot of teams that at least offer him, a position as their starting quarterback. There's also tight end Brody Foley out of Tulsa. Interesting prospect. I think he's going to be another one of these guys that's highly valued coming out of Tulsa. We'll see what he decides to do, but seems like a guy that you can just get the football to and he'll make a play for you. So right here, we're going to get pre-snap motion, eye candy from the running back, and we're just going to kind of get him across the formation, kind of shovel pass it forward to him, and watch him work in space, right? So boom, quick little shovel. Once this guy overcommits to the quarterback, get a blocker on front, create a tight end. So I could see, again, a lot of teams trying to utilize this in their offense. Someone that can come in and change the tempo from the tight end position. I think he can do that, and I think he will be another guy that teams are looking for. Last guy I have right here is actually Georgia DB Daniel Harris. Now, obviously, the reason I have him on this list is because you know that Georgia players are different. I think he's got that situation where he leaves, he goes somewhere and is just like nasty, like just different, right? You can look at Xavier Atkins for Auburn, transfer from LSU, ended up being the best player in the SEC defensively, it felt like, right? I think it could be a similar situation here in Daniel Harris. That's why I put him on my list. He's 6'3", 195 pounds, had 30 tackles and 3 pass deflections with the Bulldogs, appeared in 20-plus games, and will have 1 year of eligibility. I could see him being a big-time player somewhere, and I feel like he'll get a lot of attraction from some teams in the portal. So that's going to be my 10. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I missed some names. I didn't talk about, what did I not talk about? Corey House is one guy that I do like, and I probably should have put him on this list. But he's good. He's coming from North Carolina. I think he's really good, actually. So just throw him in the mix. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want more of this type of content. And let me know if I missed anyone else. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.